Simon, upstairs.
Don't need a wait.
Upstairs!
There's no need to snap at the boy.
Don't tell me what to do. The time for that's finished, it's past. So this is what? Forever?
What's left of it?
And everything you need's in that poxy little case?
There's nothing much that I need. Which I took to be some kind of proof.
Of what? Come on. Of what?
Of how little I'd built up.
What, pyjamas? A toothbrush? A book of poetry, perhaps?
And one or two things of sentimental value.
Yeah? Like what?
Like a lock of Susan's hair. And a lock of yours.
So, were we ever going to see you again? Were you going to say goodbye if we hadn't stumbled in? Or was that it? I would have come round here later and you'd be gone.
I was going to wait for things to settle down before I got in touch. I wanted to avoid this.
Oh, I bet you did.
Well, you can visit. Maybe I can visit too. I want to see a lot of you. Yeah, I just couldn't face facing it.
And what does Deirdre say? Where is Deirdre anyway? Is she crying in a heap somewhere? Unbelievable. You haven't told her, have you?
It's all in there. Please, Peter.
That woman, Dad, has given you her life.
This is no time to exaggerate. It's a marriage of convenience. It always was. And the rest simply isn't your business.
You're deluding yourself. Please, have some class.
Look, I won't be spoken to like this. If I'm being selfish, then it's about time. I've wasted too many years, Peter. Far too many years.
He came round to explain. He was upset.
Did it happen because he was upset?
Who knows how these things work?
And he's in the general, is he?
Yeah. I haven't been to see him, neither am I going to.
Oh, Eileen. Is he so hateful a man to lie in a hospital being forgotten?
Do you know, a one-night stand with a made-up squaddy was better than him. He was rarely at home. He spoke to my mother like dirt. He drank and he resented me.
How do I know that's the truth?
And all of this was done with a big cheeky grin as if life was just one big joke.
Well, he seemed okay to me before all this blew
He's
up.
a very selfish man, Julie. He just looks old. That's all. Old and harmless.
Well, maybe that's because he is.
Old age can hide a lot. It's very deceptive. Some of them are just plain old rotten.
And this woman, this piece, she's behind all this, isn't she? Divorced, no doubt. She's lonely, bitter. Leave your wife, leave your wife, leave your wife.
She's not like that. She listens and she gives.
Yeah, really. She gives out more like.
Oh, well, if you're going to bring it down to all that, it just shows that you've really no idea what this means to me. Do you know I've had more back from a few stolen hours on that boat than I've had from a lifetime in this house?
No, I know. I can see that. I mean, I can see the appeal of someone whose company you enjoy more than your wife's. And she's different. And she's bright. I take it, is she bright?
Very.
But, Dad, let's just be clear-sighted about this, OK? You're knocking on. You're an old man. What happens if you need care? What happens if you need treatment or you get ill? I'm trying to see this from your perspective.
We'll take care of each other.
What happens if you meet someone? If she gets bored with you?
Well, I can't afford to think ahead.
No. You can't afford not to.
Well, if this proves to be the wrong decision, then so be it. We should all be allowed to fail.
Glad we had this chat.
So am I.
Now get out. Go on, get out. Because we're better off without you.
I sincerely hope that's true.
See you at Blanche's funeral.
Goodbye, Peter. Tell Simon I'll be in touch.
Tell him yourself.
Explanation gets me nowhere.
Tell him later, then. Because you'll see him at tea time, won't you? When you come round that corner with your little suitcase full of socks and your tail between your legs.
I'm afraid not.
I'm afraid not. You're not going anywhere, Dad. Because you're ridiculous. You'll be sat at that table come tea time. And at Christmas. And every other miserable day for the rest of your life until we put you in the ground.
All sorts in that grass. Lions, tigers, parrot.
A snake or two, perhaps?
Do you know a chap found a boa constrictor in his allotment last year? In Blackburn, of all places.
All the best, Ken.
Anyway, Darryl can hack his way through it. What, the grass, that is.
It's really not that high, Ken.
It's up to me waist at least.
Up to your ankles, maybe.
But they'll be in black and white, though, won't they?
Yes, they will. I like the fact that you think that makes it respectable.
And was there an assistant lurking around?
It was just the two of us. Very intimate.
And what kind of positions did you get into?
My favorite was the Christine Keeler pose.
Blind girl?
Christine Keeler on a chair.
Oh, right. That's when she. No. Okay, so he couldn't actually see anything.
There was a twist. He shot me from behind.
Right, but he still couldn't actually see anything.
Well, it wasn't page 3, Dev. He is a professional photographer. Almost. He will be when he starts making proper money from it anyway.
Yeah. And what does he do to survive?
He works part-time in TK Maxx. But he's already reducing his hours.
Got your card, love?
It's account number 735425553. Password Puffin Billy. The wife dropped the card down the back of the radiator this morning. It got lodged above a sock.
As long as you know the number and the password.
All etched on my brain, precious. Phone numbers, lottery numbers, you name it. Teachers used to say, that Roy Cropper is the right one. You know, for numbers and that. All right, Chief. Is your mum any better?
Yeah, she's fine.
Colin?
Have you got any irritating habits, my dear?
Oh, I'm told I've got plenty.
Aye, well, they'll all be mine.
Hello?
Well, Kenneth Barlow as I live and breathe.
Here I am.
Welcome home.
But Justin's new work is about urban regeneration.
Yeah, but not the work that I did today, though.
Well, what did he do today?
He's taken pictures of the city in transition. So, skeletons of buildings, shiny new developments next to squalor and decay. And my favorite image is of a dead rat in the foreground with the Hilton rising up behind it.
Oh, lovely.
So I had an idea. Instead of an opening night, why not project the image onto an emblem of regeneration? A new residential development, for example.
Victoria Court.
Our brains are totally in sync.
Yeah.
I'll put the kettle on.
No, it's all right, I'll do it. You know, I'd have thought I'd have found the famous ones most interesting, but I didn't. It was the supposedly anonymous souls. Although what's the difference, eh? You're born, you try to do your best, you die.
It doesn't matter if you're a Lowry or a Barlow.
There'll be all manner of milliners and shop girls lined up in there. Insurance clerks, bus conductors, hairdressers.
We'll all be just bones at the end of the day.
We're nearly out of tea bags.
But take me through the point of it one more time.
What the point of? The point of the installation?
Yes, the point of the installation. You have said what a brilliant idea it is.
Well, it is.
But why?
Well, that's, it's obvious, isn't it?
No.
It's a projection of an image of, like, urban decay.
I'm listening.
The Gazette have agreed to cover it.
Cover? Cover what though, exactly?
It's an opening like any other, except completely and utterly unique. Dates for your diaries, gentlemen, next Monday evening, Victoria Court.
Hey, I told you about Bill's Doodles, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Did you have a word with them, yeah?
No, I didn't. Not yet.
It's my old gaffer, right? He was on the phone a few weeks ago, and he drew a serpent playing tennis with a naked lady. It was absolutely superb.
Now, that sounds worth seeing.
The Last Supper.
The First Supper. We'll get going in Emo.
What happens if this doesn't work out?
I make you walk the plank, like I do with all my men. You must have heard of the parade of intellectuals that goes missing every year.
Hard to call myself an intellectual.
It's not a stroll in the park, you know. Boat life.
I don't intend to sit around.
You won't get the chance, don't worry. I can't wait for you to meet Frank and Ruth.
In London?
She is a terrible show-off, but you will like Frank. In fact, I think you'll probably fancy Ruth. She's still in her 40s, built like a sparrow. She's the dancer. And then there's Pat and Margaret. I've told you all about Pat and Margaret, haven't I? He used to work for the FT, but he lost friends on September the 11th, and he jacked it all in. You know, there's quite a few of us on the waterways. We've all got our different stories, our reasons.
It's a while since I've been in London.
You must remind me to make some calls. I'll see what tickets I can get. There's something on at the Barbican I wanted to see, and oh, there's a Michael Frayn on somewhere. I do love Michael's work. Anyway, I've got an Inspector Calls to get through before that.
I'm embarrassed about my next confession.
Try me.
Well, the plays that you're in, not the next ones in Tamworth, but the subsequent productions, yeah. I was wondering whether or not one day there's any chance that I might participate. painting the scenery or walk on part, maybe.
Do you want to be my leading man?
Oh, I think I'd be more suited to King Lear.
From painting scenery to Lear, and all in a matter of seconds.
Maybe I've got a bit ahead of myself.
Was it awful? It's important to me that she's okay. But if she's not okay, I don't want to know. Did she cry? Poor Deirdre.
Poor Deirdre.
Don't dilly-dally now. Go in straight lines. Who's authorised this? Couldn't stand the sight of it any longer, so I cut out the middleman. Men.
What's the crack?
Where have you been?
Well, I had to do a favour for a customer who could only pay me in booze. He threw in some peach schnapps, though. Don't worry.
What was the favour?
Oh, curious little story. Hey, you'll like this girl. I drops this fella off at his allotment. He says, how do you fancy building me a greenhouse? I says, I don't fancy it one bit, me old son. So he says, well, do you like a drink? I says, I do. So,
Is this going to take long?
Oh, you are kidding me.
What is it?
Your mower's bust.
Well, 'cause it's all clogged up. Due to the density of the undergrowth.
What have you had him attack our lawn for with that old thing?
I got the ball rolling, now it's over to you, so just get it sorted.
I'll sort nothing.
you can't leave it like that. That'd be like me going to the barber's in the morning cutting part of my hair off. What would you say to that?
I'd say it was a start.
Don't diss me hair, girl. I'm serious.
Don't diss his hair. Diss what I like.
Right then.
Tamworth, here we come.
Would you untie the bow?
I'd love to.
And then with the pole, just a little shove.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for loving me.
Broaden my horizons. I said, I'll broaden your horizons, mate. And that was the last you said about it. I mean, I'm going back sort of 20 or 30 years, maybe more.
Irony is, flights are even cheaper these days. Doris Alcock said her nephew paid 3 pence for a one-way ticket to Marbella.
Oh, I say. I tell you who else chipped in. Your Ken, who were propping the bar up there, said, why didn't I see more of the world?
Oh, that's a laugh. Where's Ken ever been?
Well, he did go to America once, in fairness, but when push comes to shove, he's not that strong, really.
Did I tell you about our Gordon? He applied to go on Countdown.
All right up there.
Already?
Ken, there's something waiting for you in the bedroom. It's not me, I'm afraid. Something to celebrate with. Ken? Ken?
Right, drink up, Mother.
Remember, tea bags.
Tea bags. Bye,
Bye,
Bethany.
girls. Ta-ta. Take care, Blanche.
Aye.
I hate you. Well, at least you feel something for me. Mayfair Hotel Saturday night.
Obsession and Desire, Compulsion is next on ITV1. Marco's Chopping Block continues over on ITV2, and a brand new series looks at the great British sitcom Beyond a Joke is on ITV3 next.